I bet there's times during the day, multiple times a day, where you're sitting there daydreaming about the times when you were in the arcade being a total badass.
Okay, we've been here, we've done this, but here's the cool thing. I love light guns, you love light guns, but they just don't translate to today's television technology. But guess what? This year, we are going to see a serious return of the light gun. So in this video, I'm just going to show you a couple of quick options that are going to come out later on this year that are going to get you super freaking fired up to bring that light gun experience back to consoles and PCs. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to showcase 3 technologies. The first one is by Hyperkin. This is the Hyper Blaster HD. This one was announced a little while back, and there's various videos about it, but you know, at E3 I went straight to the Hyperkin booth for lots of reasons. I wanted to see their N64 system that they're potentially coming out with, but I really wanted to get my hands on this again. I got my hands on it at PAX East, but it was very limited and I couldn't do too much with it, where they had way more interaction with the device here. And it worked really well. You know, I was pretty excited. It kind of gave me flashbacks of running, you know, Duck Hunt at home on my NES traditional, you know, back in the day when I was a kid. But it gave me promise that this technology is going to evolve and we're going to start to see these light guns, you know, come out on modern day displays. But again, when I went and talked to the development guys, the only thing they really said was Duck Hunt was available and they're working on some other ones. They mentioned Hogan's Alley and Wild Gunman and things like that. And they said, well, you know, we should be able to do that fairly easily. So they didn't really commit to any of those things. So for right now, it was just Duck Hunt, but it was still really cool and I had a great time with it. When I asked, they wouldn't commit to any timelines, but I'd be willing to bet that you should see this thing see the light of day sometime this year. But we'll move on from here and go to the next one that I'm super pumped up about that was also featured at E3. Oh yeah, it's the PDP MARS, baby. This thing is freaking awesome. Now these people look like they have absolutely no clue what they're doing. And clearly it's a marketing commercial because they're not even looking at the screen. But dude, this thing was really fun. So I got a chance to play it at E3. My footage was kind of bad, but this Voyage of the Dead game you're seeing right here, I'm going to show you a little bit more footage from it, was so much fun. It brought me back to the light gun heydays of the arcades. Super sick and wicked fun. So I'm going to do a little bit more footage about this and give you guys a better look at what this thing is all about. But so cool. Okay, so what makes this technology work? So basically in that gun that you see right there is it's got a low power IR emitter or a laser. And that actually shoots at the screen, right? But what you have is you have this other low power IR camera that sits somewhere in front of the screen. Now at E3, and this isn't the footage from E3 by the way, this is actually the footage from, I believe, CES. My footage didn't come out good, so I decided not to use it. But that camera needs to sit somewhere in front of the screen so it can see the whole screen. And what you end up with is this very, very accurate light gun technology that will work on a modern display. It's very, very cool. I was actually quite impressed with, number one, how accurate it was, and number two, like all the possibilities of this thing. Now, when I was using it, I did ask some questions. It seems like Xbox One is going to be the first platform it launches on. If you look at the pre-orders, there's, I believe, 3 games out there. This is Voyage of the Dead. This is the only one that I played. I don't know, I was just so interested in it that I couldn't stop. But so I think you're going to see pre-orders on Xbox One, and then maybe other consoles will come later, but it will work on the PC as well, or the rep at least that I talked to at E3 said it would. So I'll give you more details as time goes on, but I will also put the pre-orders for this in the description because I'm pumped up, and the pre-order I chose was the Voyage of the Dead package, which comes with the gun, you get the camera, and you get the game, a digital copy of the game. So kind of cool, and I think the retail price on that is $99.99. And you can pre-order that now. So really cool, guys. I'm freaking pumped to all hell on this thing, and who knows, if it works on PC, maybe I can get it to work on, you know, my Hyperspin machine, the big beast that I was building. So there's a lot of neat angles and avenues we could go down with this thing. So this is the most promising one that I saw, but there is one more I want to talk about real quick. Alright, the last one I'm going to mention is the Siden light gun. It is also proving to do the same thing, bring light gun technology back to modern day displays. So I believe it works very similar to how the PDP MARS works, although they're a little bit more mysterious as to how this technology works. So, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable telling you exactly how it works because I feel like there's some details that have been left out, and I don't know if that's intentional or what, or they just don't want to share it because they want to be competitive in the marketplace and they want people copying the technology. I'm not sure, but it seems very similar to me. Again, super accurate light gun that would work on an LCD TV. So the thing is, it's Windows only at launch, but they're experimenting on Linux. So there will be experimental usage on a RetroPie, Raspberry Pi that should be available at launch. And then it will also work. There's an experimental that they're going to try to actually make this generally available as well at launch is original PS1 and PS2, Xbox, PS3, and that may come as general available product on day one, but they're not promising that. So just know there's a lot of possibilities for this one as well. There was a Kickstarter campaign for this, and it ended at May 14th of this year, so 2019. So anyways, this one's really promising as well, and I did invest in the Kickstarter campaign, so I will let you know as soon as I get this thing. Of course, I'm going to go crazy and start playing with it as well. So this should actually show up, well, according to what they're saying, this should actually show up before the PDP MARS. So if it does, I will have tons of videos and content, and I'll try it out and see what I can get working with it. But this is kind of the lay of the land, right? You're going to have the Hyperkin, Hyper Blaster HD, the PDP MARS, and this guy right here, which is the Siden light gun. So really cool stuff. It's just like really exciting to me that this technology is coming back, and coming back in a way that makes it accurate and fun and not such a hassle with you know, dolphin bars and all that nonsense, because honestly, they're always constantly falling out of calibration, and it's just annoying. And all these technologies prove to correct all the mistakes made over the years trying to get these technologies to work on modern TVs. So if you liked this video, please like the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, leave your comments below, and don't forget to turn on notifications to be informed of future updates. I had a lot of fun going over this with you guys, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on these devices and giving you the details as I get them. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and we will see you on the next one.